Office pool. Last week we had hundreds of entries enter our office pool, just one winner. And I have to say, I'm a little surprised as to the number of wins it took to win the contest. Most of the people in the contest got smoked. And so the beauty of the office pool is it starts all over again this week. Joe?
Absolutely. It's going to be a lot of fun this week, you guys. Let's have a better week than last. What was our winner? 11?
11
wins
and 4.
Last week?
11 and 4.
4.
I have to show our winner. So this person can contact me to claim their prize. We didn't really hit many of the bonuses last week, which was disappointing, but we're going to try them again this week. We have some different ones. So here's the winner. Is this person here? I can't see it, but their name is Jan Taylor, and they went 11 and 4. We had two contestants that went 11 and 4, and but one had 43 points and one had 48 points. A lot of people didn't grade their entries, so you can't qualify. But I looked through a lot of them, and well, they wouldn't have won anyway. So it was a tough sledding of a week. It's tough to pick these games straight up, but if you're Jan Taylor, however it's pronounced, I apologize.
I think it's Jan Taylor from looking at it.
Okay, Jan Taylor, Coastal Carolina fan. Contact me, Mitch at PickDawgz.com, so I can settle up and pay you out from our sponsor. But
Absolutely. Can you bring that back up so we can see what they had?
Absolutely. We can bring that up. Absolutely.
I love it.
You guys can check out our new Joe Madden absolutely emoji if you're a let me see. Is this it? Oh man, I can't find it now.
Well, they went 11 and 4. So
no, here it is. So they had.
Okay, so Pitts, Carolina, Jacksonville, Arizona, Washington. So they lost to Washington.
And Jacksonville.
Atlanta, Seattle. Yeah. Atlanta, Seattle, Cincy, San Fran, KC, Miami, Denver, Green Bay, LA Rams, and Las Vegas Raiders. And 48 for that.
Wait a minute.
I like it.
I don't think that's 11 and 4. Jacksonville is a loss. Washington was a loss. Atlanta is a loss.
Ooh, let's look.
Green Bay is a loss. Nope, that's right. 4. There they are. Yep, 4. And 48 points.
Okay.
Winner. Okay.
I love it. Congratulations.
So you have to you have to grade your own card, and you just hit reply to do it. But yeah, I think last week we learned once again. I said it at the beginning of the show. I stink at the office pool. I just stink at it with no point spreads. You saw all the dogs that covered in the NFL and dogs that won outright, and for me, it's like it's easier to take dogs with the points than to win outright, even though I do bet a lot of money line dogs. The new wrinkle to this week's pool, in addition, is if you follow us each on Twitter, it's $25 to the prize pool for you if you follow us each on Twitter. A lot of people say, well, I don't have Twitter or whatever, and I don't want Twitter. And that's okay. You don't have to do it, and it's just $50. But if you beat me in this office pool for this week, you get $50 added to the prize pool. If you beat Joe as well, you get another $50. So if you beat us, you get it. The prize will double. Instead of going 1,000 subscribers added, it's just 700. We were pretty close last week, so I think we can. That's well within reason. And 1,000 likes. We had 4,000 people watch the video, and like 328 likes. So I'm not rescinding that one. If anything, I might raise the value on that. What do we have on the likes? Let me see. $100 prize base gift to 50,000 subs, and the prize goes to 200. Not $100 for the likes. That's fine. Just 700 or wait, 1,000. with 1,000 likes, it goes. So it's $50 for the likes. You know what?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go for an extra $100 on the likes.
Ooh, it's getting up there.
Yeah, I mean that's the whole idea is to get it up there, but it's like we're not just gonna, if you're not gonna do the bare minimum, then I'm not gonna. I can't see it.
Yeah, you guys make sure you enter. It costs you nothing to enter. It's a lot of fun. And yeah, you get bragging rights, definitely winning this.
It's tough to see because everything's hidden. I have cameras, screens, all kinds of stuff on my desk. But we have, it's week 2 of the NFL season. We saw last week, not so easy to pick games, even without the point spread. Of course, you can, if you're watching the replay, it doesn't matter. You just enter it in the comments. But Jan Taylor, Mitch at PickDawgz.com. Shoot me an email so we can settle up. You have until next week's show to do that. If not, if unclaimed prizes will go towards the following week after the prize expired, prize pool. We're not just going to keep.
Ooh, I like that.
Or we could just spend the money on. Well, we're not going to say what we normally say because Joe's here, but we'll say.
I was going to say coffee. I think we need some more coffee in the green room here.
What we say. So Randy Harris says 11-4, but I don't know. Were you 11-4, Randy? Is that what you're saying? Because I don't see your. If you were 11-4, I didn't see you grade your ticket, but Jan Taylor was 11-4, graded their ticket. That's the way it works. You have to grade your own. We thought we were pretty clear about that. But, Joe, it's week 2 of the NFL season. We learned a bunch, and we have some things that we would like to forget. And, the thing is that there's 17 weeks in this week's NFL season, so plenty of time. If you're in a cumulative pool, like we're in the Westgate in the Circa. We didn't have the best start. We didn't have the worst start I've ever had, that's for sure. And with 17 weeks, plenty of time to make it up, but we're going to need some good weeks in there because there's a lot of people that we need to hurdle. But still, we didn't go 0-5 or 1-4 or anything, so we're still around. It's just no one's going to sweep it, that's for sure. No one's going to get them all right. Yeah. So, and more than likely, people are going to have bad weeks in there. And we'll talk about this tomorrow, but people are going to have bad weeks. And it's, it all balances out. You can't, the first week, obviously you want to get them all right as many times as you can, but you can't count yourself out after week 1, especially with all the rolling contests involved as well. But in our office pool, it restarts every week. So if you had a rough week last week, don't worry about it. Not a big deal. Start right on over. Well, Randy, you would have lost.
Yeah, get to start fresh.
Randy didn't put his score in the comments, but, he wouldn't have won anyway. 11-4 with 47
Yeah, because she had 48.
Yep, 48. So you wouldn't have won anyway, but still, great score. Would have put you tied for the lead with the other 3. We don't default the prize to the second place person. It rolls into the following week. So if we don't hear from Jan before next Wednesday's show, but which I'm going to guess we will because they went in and graded their ticket. If we don't hear from them before next Wednesday's show, then that prize will be added to next week's prize pool for week 3. But week 2, all the information is down there. Starts at $100. You have ways to get it even higher. If you beat Joe and I, and you guys know if we get to that 53,700 like mark, and I know I can tell you right now, we're almost at 53.1, so it's not as much wood to chop as you think. If we got to even more than that, I would just raise the prize pool without even saying anything. I'd probably put it in the comments or something, but doesn't matter. Let's just get right into it and let's do ours because now, these mean something. So Joe, Washington playing the Giants. We don't count this one in the office pool. We only count the Sunday and Monday night games, and the tiebreaker is the Monday night points. So, just for the heck of it, Washington and the Giants.
Yeah, I'm going to give Washington the win here at home. I think they had some issues against the Chargers, moving that ball up and down the field, but not as many issues as we saw for the New York Giants and their offensive line. So I'm going with Washington, especially with this lights-out defense, to take this win.
I like Washington as well. I think that the 40.5 is really where I'm at. I know it doesn't count in the office pool, but I like Washington straight up. I don't know if I really feel like laying 3.5 with them. The way that I think the first one to 6 could win this thing. Got the Miami Dolphins hosting Buffalo on Sunday. This will be the first official game of the office pool. And the Dolphins, 3.5-point home dogs here to the Bills. Of course, the Bills absolutely shellacked the Dolphins last year in a must-win in the game where they had a chance. If they won, they were going to the playoffs. If they lost, they were going home. The Bills sent them home in a hurry, and the Bills then lost in the AFC Championship game. Started the season are at 0-1, losing at home to the Steelers. Probably a game that wasn't definitely undid both of us in the office pool. But
Yeah.
what do you think here in Miami?
Yeah, so in this one, I really like Miami at home, but the problem is with Buffalo off a loss to the Steelers, I really think this is a bounce back game for them. I can't see them losing two in a row and going 0-2 so far on the season. So my best lean is Buffalo to take this win.
I'm going to take Miami in a revenge spot here. I think that the Dolphins are ready to do it, and I think the Bills are a team that a lot of people were looking at to go to the Super Bowl this year. Starting 0-2, going to be a little bit rougher way to get there. The Dolphins 1-0 in the AFC East as well. Going just the only team that won in the whole division last week. So Dolphins get a win here. They're going to be in good shape. What the hell? I'm going to take the Dolphins just to be different. We got the Colts and the Rams. The Colts 4-point home dogs against a Rams team that looked very impressive on Monday night, especially in that second half. I think part of it, you have to say they played against an inept offense, but the Colts 0-1, they looked inept on defense against Russell Wilson. That's for sure.
Absolutely. And that's the whole key to this. The Colts were not able to do much against the Hawks defensively. So I'm going to be taking the Rams definitely here. I'm really impressed with what I saw in week 1 out of them, especially with Matt Stafford. So I think they've got this one.
I think I'm going to have to agree with you here. It's more of a play against Carson Wentz for me. Once again, I think the Rams are tough. If it was with points, I might feel a little bit differently. But I think in just a straight up pick, I'm going to have to go with the Rams here. We head to the Meadowlands where the Jets are taking on the Patriots in another AFC East battle. And it's a lot of people in the comments talking about like how they had a bad week. But the beauty is you're 0-0 and it cost you nothing. So, guys, keep on entering, smash that like button, do all those things. So we got an idiot in the comments where this is just an office pool contest that we're running, giving away free money, and we have somebody complaining about it. Adair Gonzalez is our moron of the day. So normally, what I used to do, Joe, before back in the day, is I would find these guys on Facebook, and we would show their family and their house why they're such miserable people. And people got mad at me for doing it, so we're not going to do that anymore. But
that's okay.
It's like I always wonder, like, what would make someone like so miserable? I mean, we're here, we're not selling anything, we're not doing anything, we're just doing an office pool, we're doing our picks. I clearly said I stunk last week, right? And I don't think you said anything, like you were a goddess on this either. I think we pretty much said.
I did not at all. So
I have no idea. How do you join the office pool? You just put all the instructions are right here at the bottom of the screen and in the description of this video. So it's super easy to enter. But I don't know. I don't know.
And again, you guys, it's free to enter. So
yeah,
enter below.
Anyways.
Okay, so we have the Patriots and the Jets.
Yeah,
I'm looking at this. We've got 2 rookie quarterbacks going at each other between Mac Jones and Zach Wilson. Now the Patriots off a loss in a game that I really didn't expect them to lose against Miami. They lost this tough loss, 17-16, against a Jets team that is also coming off a loss to the Panthers, 19-14. I think the Patriots in this, I believe, more in Mac Jones than I do in Zach Wilson. Zach Wilson, he's almost, what did he get? Sacked 6 times in that first game. I have him over 13.5 for the season. So come on, Patriots, get it done in 2 games so I can be laughing all the way to the bank.
Unbelievable. I know you were saying that before the game that you had that prop going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, I thought that was easy money.
the Patriots lost in week 1. It is a battle of rookie quarterbacks. It's Mac Jones' first road game of the season, and it would be a monster win for this Jets team. The problem is I think that the Patriots have a lot of veterans on that defense and a lot of pride, and I think they know that game against Miami, they blew that game. They had it won. They were at the 10-yard line, first down, and they fumbled, and Dolphins recovered, and that was the game. They were down by 1 point when that happened, and it was late in the game. So there's no saying that they would have won. There's no saying like if they would have had to settle for a field goal, and if they would have had to settle for a field goal, and then the Dolphins get a field goal, or even if they get a touchdown, and they would probably have gone for 2 in that spot. They get the 2, the Dolphins go down, tie it up overtime. There's so many different things. We see it every day, right? Watching sports, so many different things can happen, but I think the Patriots know they let one get away. I think that they don't let this one get away. I think the Jets might be in some trouble here.
Yeah, I agree.
We go to the game between the Eagles and the 49ers. The Eagles, one of the big surprises in week 1. The 49ers, well, kind of held on for dear life there against the Detroit Lions of all teams. Mostert gone for the season at this point, and digging a little deeper here at running back.
Oh, okay. I didn't think I was going to say this. Give me the Philadelphia Eagles at home to win this. Their defense looked incredible in this first game, and so did Hurts. I'm believing in this team to get this win at home over the 49ers. That you're right. They almost didn't cover the spread. I know some people got the spread at a little higher, so they probably didn't win it, but they just barely covered what I got it at. So I'm definitely taking Philadelphia Eagles to win this game.
I like the Eagles as well. I just think, like Joe said, the defense played great, and I'm not a 49ers back. I had the Lions last week, so I can't, I can't do it last week. Yeah, the winner last week was 11-4 with 48 points. It was Jan Taylor. They're the picks, and so they just need to contact me, and I will give them their prizes. Those of you that are joining us late and didn't see this last week, what we do on Wednesdays here at PickDawgz on the PickDawgz channel, Joe and I host this show. We call it the NFL Office Pool, pretty basic. And the way the Office Pool works, you just pick games without the point spread. It's a game that we all get to play together. Joe and I are putting together our Office Pool entries. Your Office Pool entries will go in the comments of this video. Then next Monday, after the Monday Night Football game, you go in there and you grade your entry and you just give your score. Whoever has the best score, you win the prizes. The prizes are defined right down here and in the description of the video. Super easy. Doesn't get any easier than this. So it's free money. It's free to enter. I know people will still complain about it, but that's okay. We don't care. I'm having a game. I'm giving away money, and people can complain all they want about that. I don't care. Don't want to hear it.
Well, it's like the old adage: you put something out on your driveway for free, no one's going to take it. You put $5 on it, someone will buy it because they think it's worth something. But exactly. You guys, this is worth entering. It is free money.
Exactly. It's like like I said, there's some people. I've been in the public, doing these videos for long enough that there's some people that are never going to be happy. Or I think it's it's other things that it's easy to deflect as a whatever. We can do a whole series on this, not even just a video. They should do like one of those HBO specials about trolls and the psyche of the YouTube troll, like the guy who.
Well, again. Your biggest hater is your biggest fan. And got mad
that I contacted his employer, where he was sending the emails from. Ridiculous.
Unbelievable.
Anyways, Chicago Bears hosting the Cincinnati Bengals. Bengals 1-0 on the season. Blew the game, unblew the game, and won the game in the end. The Chicago Bears showed up for a half of football there at SoFi Stadium and just basically set us up for a killer halftime because they were just competitive in the first half. It would have been a miserable halftime show. I was certainly planning on being, one of those ones we were going to have to figure out what we were going to say. And this Monday, I expect it to be like that. But I think this one, though, between the Bears and the Bengals might be a little bit more competitive.
Yeah, I think it'll be competitive too, but I'm not liking what I'm seeing out of Joe Burrow's offensive line. They got to him again way too much, the Vikings. And this is a Vikings team that doesn't have the best defense. So I'm looking at this Bears game. I pray they'll put Justin Fields out on the field instead of Andy Dalton. I don't think it's going to happen. But even with Andy Dalton, I'm willing to bet on the Bears to win this at home.
I'm going to go with you, Joe, on this one as well. I'm with you. I agree. I'm going to take the Bears. Also, I just think that the defense against that Bengals offense. Also, a good takeaway from that game against Los Angeles. The Bears ran the ball effectively in the first half. So, if they can run the ball in the Bengals, well, it's going to be a tough night because then Joe Burrow will be forced to pass, and you're forced to pass. Khalil Mack is on that team, and Joe Burrow gets hit a lot anyway.
I feel for this kid. I really do. I wish they improved his offensive line.
I don't know if I'll be going for Khalil Mack prop sacks in that bet, but I think Bear sacks and turnovers. I think turnovers are going to be key in this one as well. Got
Absolutely.
The Jaguars against the Broncos, the donkeys as Joe called them. Did it to the Giants.
I'm trying not to. I'm trying really hard.
And I would say the Jags looked like a team that drafted first last year.
Yeah, they did. And this one is a really hard decision for me. I'm going to have to go with Denver to take this. They beat the Giants. Jacksonville lost to the Texans. Texans killed them, and Texans are one of the teams that I thought were going to be one of the worst in the leagues. I like Trevor Lawrence. I like what I'm seeing out of him, but I don't think it's enough to get past this Denver team, even with Jacksonville at home. So I hate to say it, I'm going with the Donkeys.
I'm going to go with the Broncos as well. Those of you joining us late, we're doing the office pool. We did it last week. Basically, you just pick all of the games against with no point spread. And you put your picks in the comments of this video. After the Monday night game, you go back into the comments and post your score of exactly what you did. Obviously, your picks are out there, so you can't. If you edit them, you're disqualified from the contest. So, there's no reason to do that. Nobody cheated. We had a pretty solid week there. And to think, if you thought that your entry wasn't very good, 11-4 won the pool, and only 3 people had a score that high. A lot of people in that 500 range. So no reason not to enter. And like I said, it starts over every week. So it really doesn't matter what you did last week. You could have gone 0-15 last week. You could still win the next week. It doesn't really matter. It pays the same. But we've got the Texans and the Browns going at it. The Browns 0-1, blowing that second half lead against Kansas City. And a lot of teams are going to lose to Patrick Mahomes in the second half, not just this year, but seemingly every year, including in the Super Bowl, the San Francisco 49ers did. And then, the Texans were very impressive in week 1. Yeah, it was home. It was Jacksonville. But still, Tyrod Taylor looked like a legitimate NFL QB in that game. And, the receivers played well, and the defense was standing there. And people using the Joe Madden absolutely emoji there. I see it.
I like it. I have to blow that up bigger so I can see exactly what it looks like.
I tried to make it a little bigger, but I couldn't do it. I'm going to have to figure out a way to make the text bigger. It's just they don't give you that much room to work with. And but we'll fix it. We could always change it out. I just wanted to get something there, but it says
I love it. And I didn't even realize how much I said absolutely. So I'm now counting myself how many times I say it. In this matchup between Houston and Cleveland, I really think Cleveland is going to run over the Texans. I think their offense is so strong, and they're going to have a really good game against a Texans defense that, yes, the Texans came out and beat the Jaguars 37-21, but I don't see it happening against this Cleveland Browns team that I think is a playoff team.
Yeah, I like the Texans here. I think in these office polls you got to go for a reach, and I think for the Browns, see what who they're playing the next week.
That's reaching far. That's reaching to the very top shelf.
That's okay. They're playing the Bears the following week, so maybe that's really is a bad pick. Whoa. I'll take the Browns to bounce back. What the hell? You talked me into it. You have to take some big dogs and watch the Texans end up winning. I'd be like, oh, I could blame
No,
Joe.
you better take the Texans now, because otherwise I'm never going to hear the end of it.
Oh, we got 4 thumbs down on our video. Thank you to you guys. I guess giving away free money is something that you don't like, but that's okay. It's like,
That's okay.
thank you, my fans. I know they're not for Joe. I know they're for me, but that's okay. I'm used to it. I've set the record on here for thumbs down. People smashing that Joe Madden abso-effing-lutely.
I love it.
Got the Carolina Panthers hosting the Saints. Here's the spot for the home dog upset. Possible.
Yeah, I think this is a huge upset. I'm taking the dog at home. Give me Carolina over the New Orleans Saints. I think the Saints, yes, they played phenomenal against the Green Bay Packers, winning that 38-3. And Jameis Winston did way better than I expected. I didn't expect that, you guys. But I think Sam Darnold also is someone that we're looking at stronger now. And I said it before he played the Jets, that he's going to come out. He's going to have a better season with the Carolina Panthers. I see them taking this win at home.
It's a tough one, right? This is a tough one.
It is, but you know what? I look at this line, and, we have Carolina plus 3.5. I think it's trying to trick the public into thinking the Saints are going to walk in and win this one easily.
Tell you, we should have you, me, and the Lucky Penny do this. That's what we'll start next week.
I like it.
Will the Panthers upset the Saints outright?
Yes.
My sources say no. I'm on the Saints. That does it.
Okay.
Sold me.
Isaiah's with me on the Panthers as well.
I like the Panthers with the points. Magic game.
But for the office pool, you're taking the Saints to win it outright.
Yeah, I think in a squeaker. Maybe an overtime field goal or something. Got the Raiders against the Steelers. The Raiders coming off that emotional Monday night win, and the Steelers coming off of that giant second half against Buffalo. Buffalo had them at 10-0. They were covering in that game, and the Steelers, they bounced right back from it, and they got a good call that went in their favor, and after that, they rode it all the way. Yeah,
this one, hard one for me. I don't like stepping in front of Big Ben at home, but I think the Raiders are going to come in with so much momentum. What is the Cosby? What is his number for the Raiders? It was giving, I think it's 98, Cosby for the Raiders. He was giving Lamar so much troubles Monday night. I think he is going to be at Big Ben's throat this whole game. I see this being a tight one, but I think Raiders will get the upset.
All right, I'm going to go with the Steelers at home in this one. I know how tough it is in Heinz Field. I think the Steelers just too tough. Last year we saw the Steelers were the last unbeaten team in the NFL, so we know they're fast starters. And also Mike Tomlin, one of my favorite coaches. So I'm going to go with the Steelers. I'm not a Steelers fan, but Mike Tomlin is he's my guy. So to me, he's the coach that if he got fired, he would have a job before he walked out of the room of being fired, right? It's
oh, absolutely.
He is unbelievable. We got the Buccaneers taking on the Falcons. The Falcons couldn't look any worse last week, and the Buccaneers, well, they pulled it out, Tom Brady style. It's like losing, kicking it off to Tom Brady with, that much time on the clock. It's what's going to happen. I don't think anyone was shocked, that the Bucs pulled it out. They act like it was some miracle comeback, whatever. Meanwhile, the Bucs blew the lead, right, in that game. And they act like it's a miracle comeback. Oh, Tom Brady pulled one out again. Nobody's surprised. We've seen this a million times, okay? It's there wasn't a person in America when they kicked off to the Bucs and Tom Brady came back out that didn't think the Bucs were going to win that game. It wasn't oh, man, They're going to stop them. That's not going to happen. Tom Brady games do not end like that. They end with him winning by, he didn't cover, but whatever. I think he wins here easy. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm with you for them winning here easy. That Cowboys game was too close for comfort for myself. But I was on the Cowboys that night. But if, for a Tampa Bay Bucks fan, that's too close for comfort. Just winning by the 3 points, right? 29, 30, 31, 2 points, right? I didn't like that. But then we look at Atlanta here, and they got blown out by Philly. Tampa takes this straight up. I don't know against the spread. That spread's pretty big, 13.
Yeah, these are not spread picks. These are just who's going to win the game. It's the office pool. And that's the way that it works. You just put your picks in the comments, and then after Monday Night Football, you come back and you grade your own card. Whoever has the most wins. And if there's a tie, then we go to the tiebreaker. That's total points on Monday Night Football. You join the pool. The instructions are right here. The link's in the description. You put it in the comments of the video once the video is over. So super easy. Doesn't get any easier than that. It doesn't get any less expensive than this to enter. And the prizes don't get any, well, they could be higher, but that's up to you guys. But the thing is that, to me, there's never anyone that has too much cash. It's like, T-shirt or site credit to use for a consensus report or something, we could maybe start doing those things as kind of like second and third prizes, maybe consensus reports or something like that. Wait a minute. Second prize. The next, so anyone that ties the leader but does not get the total points, that loses on the total points tiebreaker, will get a free month consensus report. There you go.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah. All right.
I like that a lot.
Every week we'll continue to just keep adding stuff. We'll start giving away Rod's picks for free.
Just don't tell Rod.
No, we'll tell him. We'll tell him. That'll be the best part of it. It's like
I'm not telling him.
Well, I'll tell him. That if you told him, we wouldn't get the reaction we were looking for. We wouldn't even get our money's worth. It's like I got to tell him. I would do it right when he's selling his picks. Rod, no need to go into your pick selling thing today. We've given away all your picks for free.
Okay, who do we have next on the board?
Speaking of the Cardinals, we've got the Cardinals at home versus the Vikings. The Vikings losers in Cincinnati in overtime. Really good effort to come back and tie that game, but get it to overtime, but fell short in overtime. And then the Cardinals just absolutely stomped the Titans. Chandler Jones just took over that game.
Yeah, give me Arizona. I like Kyler Murray at home in this matchup against Minnesota, who, again, has let me down in way too many situations to back them.
I'll tell you who's let me down a lot is Arizona. I'm going to take Minnesota in this one. I don't know. It just seems too easy. Too easy.
It does seem too easy. That is scary.
The NFL and the NBA are two sports that when it seems too easy, oh, man, can you get bruised. Most people I know that have quit sports betting, it's usually over college basketball. But I know in the NFL and the NBA are two of the very toughest of the tough when it comes to sports betting. They are the toughest. Like in college, you could always find if an offensive lineman is out or something, it makes a big difference. In the NFL, there's not a slouch on the entire roster. And the NBA is even tighter than that. Where the guy that was undrafted, the Boston Red Sox homer in the first inning here against Seattle. Not a good sign. Anyway, speaking of Seattle, we've got the Seahawks hosting the Titans. Got to remember the Titans. They got smashed last week by the Cardinals. Was it an aberration? Was it something to build off of? Or the Titans have serious problems because Ryan Tannehill is a guy that I've hated for quite some time. And, I'm a Dolphin fan, and, I didn't like the draft choice when they took him. But he's not very good. And then Seattle looked very impressive in their game on the road in Indianapolis. We know this is a very tough building, but how do you take the crowd out of a game? Run the football, and the Titans can do that. Clappy should have his team all ready. This should be a good one.
Yeah, this is going to be a great game. I think Seattle still squeaks out this win. I'm not loving this spread right now for Seattle to cover that if we were talking that, but I think straight up, they have such an elite offense. They get it done at home.
Yeah, it's just that crowd at home in Seattle is really,
Yeah.
really tough as well.
The
So,
only thing that really scares me is the Titans are 5-1 against the spread with Seattle. So if this was in Tennessee, I'd take them. But being at Seattle, like you said, at home.
yeah, I think for me, I'm gonna have to go with Seattle as well. I think uh, I wouldn't be surprised if the Titans went in there and took it, though. I just wouldn't. And Derrick Henry's just so good, and I can see him being able to run the football. But speaking about running the football, Ezekiel Elliot has lost some weight for Dallas. He does look to have maybe a half a step back, but he doesn't maybe have the power that he had. We see this often in the NFL. Backs will lose the weight, and a lot of times it makes them faster and shiftier and better. Sometimes some guys need a little bit more power. Ezekiel Elliott, I think the jury's out on this. Anyways, Diane, you put that in the comments of the video, not in the chat. So we're not going to come back and look at the chat. You have to go into the comments of the video once the video is posted. But that's okay. Once the video is over, all you got to do is copy that. Just do the copy on the comment. Control C.
I like where she's looking right now, though. That looks good.
Looks
Put
like
it down below, Diane.
Looks like Joe Madden's picks. Absolutely.
Absolutely. Okay, so with Dallas and Chargers, I'm going with my Chargers all the way here. I love what I saw out of her, but I've said all along the Chargers could get past the Washington defense in week 1. This was going to be a playoff team. We saw that happen. They got that win. And now Justin Herbert on third and long, the plays he was able to make, he's going to be able to take it to Dallas, especially in their home opener.
Abso-frickin-lutely. I'm going with the Chargers in this one. I like them all the way. It's just, I think, to me, Dallas is dumpster fire. They got so lucky to be within 2 points of Tampa Bay. That's going to be the highlight of their season. This is not a playoff team. What you have here is a very overpriced quarterback, a very overpriced running back, and a very overpriced receiver. Going to need a little more than that to get it done against this Chargers team, which, people are going to see as the season goes on just how big of a win that was in Washington, because that defense, they scored 20 points total in that game, and they had to settle for a bunch of field goals. There's going to be a lot of people settling for field goals against Washington this season, a lot of teams settling for field goals. And to gut that one out, to get the turnover when they needed it late, a young team like this, they're going to be good. I like the Chargers in this one all the way. We go to Sunday Night Football, and this is...
You just gave me shivers. Just gave me shivers. It's so true. My Chargers are going all the way this year.
In Hawaii, we call it chicken skin. I got chicken skin.
I like calling it the shivers better. But we can call it chicken skin.
In Hawaii, we call it, I got chicken skin.
Like it.
Anyways, got the Ravens up against the Chiefs. These teams seem to play each other every single year. The Chiefs seem to have the Ravens number, but two of the better quarterbacks in all of football. When we look at these two teams though after week 1, and it's kind of like a starting pitcher's ERA. After the first game of the season, the Chiefs 31st in total defense in the NFL, second in takeaways, but are fifth in takeaways, but 31st in yards allowed, 22nd in passing yards allowed, and only to be surpassed by the Baltimore Ravens, 32nd in total defense, 491 yards allowed. Of course, that game did go to overtime, but 409 passing yards on that Baltimore defense. So, anyways, another person putting their picks in the chat. The picks go in the comments of the video, not in the chat. So you have to wait till after the video's over, and then you put them into the comments of the video. So, and then you come back, because the chat, it'll be impossible for you to come back and grade your picks, because we were not going to go back and check the chat for an hour. We'll go. Joe and I'll sit around with some popcorn, watching watching ourselves on video for an hour from last week's games. Not my
That
thing.
doesn't sound like too much fun. No,
not my thing. That's for sure.
Okay, so KC and Baltimore. This one's a really hard one for me. With Baltimore losing on Monday night, I think there's a little bit of not a hangover factor, but I don't see them winning even at home against KC after losing to the Raiders. There's some sort of stat, and I'll have to look it up for you guys. I'll have more information about it later. But when a team comes off that loss on a Monday night and then goes into a shorter week and has to play, they don't have great ability to win. So I like KC in this position. Not that I really like KC, but I like KC to win.
I'm going to go to the other side of this one. I'm going to take Baltimore at home. I think that they get over the hump. I don't like the way the Chiefs looked. I really don't.
No, I didn't either.
I don't. And home on Monday night, if not now, then when? When are they going to ever have a better shot than this? The Chiefs, not great on the spread in these spots for sure, but even worse. The Chiefs have won the last three against the Ravens: 2018, 27-24. 33-28. That one was in Baltimore as well last year in Kansas City. 34-20. Around the same time of year. They've met in September the last 2 years. I think this time Lamar Jackson, after that fumble on Monday night, probably maybe takes exception to it. I think the Chiefs' defense certainly looked vulnerable, especially in the first half. I don't know. I think we're going to see Humphrey on Tyreek Hill. I think it's going to be one of the best receiver corner matchups that we see of the entire season. So I'm going to say
it. Absolutely.
I'm going to take Baltimore Sunday Night Football. It's going to be a gem, and of course we'll be live at halftime of that game right here on our YouTube channel. I think Lamar needs to run more and throw less. I think it's the opposite. I think he needs to take off. I mean, that's when he's most effective. And then what happens is they start bringing up the defenders to try and stop him on the run, and that will open up the passing because he's okay throwing, but he's not, Brett Favre or something. It's
no. He has a 64.4% completion rate, so
it's not bad. It's pretty good.
It's not bad, but everyone's down on Carr, and he's got a 67.9, I think, percent completion rate. So Lamar needs his legs, definitely.
Remember to put your entries into the comments at the end of this. It's 100% free to enter. Cash prizes. You go back on Monday after Monday Night Football, between Monday after Monday Night Football, and between this show, 3:30 p.m. every Wednesday, and you go back and put your score in, how you did in the pool, and this is how the prizes lay out. If you can beat Joe or myself, we get those 1,000 likes. We do all these different things. Pretty easy. Tell your neighbors, tell your friends. Why not? It's all free right here. And be sure, but you need to be subscribed to our channel to qualify. Anyways, goes to Monday Night Football and the tiebreaker. The whole ball of wax all comes down to Lambeau Field. Green Bay against Detroit. Packers, big favorites in this one, really stunk the joint out on Pat Coleman only clicked in because of Joe. Whatever it takes.
Well, thanks, Pat.
That's what I say.
There's free money being given away here, though. There's better reasons to click in.
Abso-frickin-lutely. Got Aaron Rodgers here up against this Detroit defense, and he's got to be in a pretty bad mood. Joe, any chance for the Lions?
Is Aaron Rodgers just checked out on life? Right? Like, what is Aaron Rodgers doing? I couldn't believe that game. His passer rating, was he able to complete anything in that game? I don't know. He's at home in Lambeau. He has to come out. If they come out and lose to the Lions, I'm telling you, just write Green Bay off for the rest of the season. I think Green Bay comes out, they win this one. They have to. There's no other choice for Aaron Rodgers but to come out and win. Otherwise, he'll be benched. Love will be out. Maybe that's what he wants. Is that what Aaron Rodgers wants?
I think Aaron Rodgers wants to win think he's a competitor at the end of the day, or else he wouldn't have even shown up onto the field. He doesn't need the money,
True.
that's for sure. And he could have been the host of Jeopardy if he really wanted to work. So I think that I like Green Bay in this spot. That 48 points is what the total is set at. I think it's probably going to be more in the 42 range as far as I'm concerned. Joe, what do you think?
I'm looking at 55. I'm looking at a higher scoring game actually in this one.
So Joe has 55 and I have 42. You have the Packers as well with Aaron Rodgers here. You jumping on the Lions bandwagon.
Yeah. No, there's no way I'm jumping on the Lions.
All right, so I'm going to recap our picks and recap the rules for you guys. The way it works, when the video's over, you go into the comments. You post your picks. Monday night after Thursday night does not count. It only counts the Sunday and Monday games. Monday after Monday Night Football, between Monday Night Football and this show, 3:30 p.m. Wednesday, you go in and record your score. Whoever has the highest score, and then if there's a tie, the closest to the total points scored in Monday Night Football. But that's how it works. And the prizes, everything, how it accumulates is all there. If no one claims their prize from a prior week, it rolls into, not this week's, it would roll into the following weeks because we have to give them a week to do it. What happened to the comments available on the live video? I don't think you can do that. Is that a setting that's possible? Because I would set the comments being possible on the live video. I don't know how to do it. Let's see.
We'll look into it, guys, for next time.
Maybe I've been missing something all along, if that's the case. Comments. I don't think you can have them during the live video, can you? Comments rating. Nope. It doesn't say. It's not giving me that option. Settings.
They're saying they were able to last week.
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Advanced setting.
We'll look into it, guys, and see if we can make an adjustment for next Wednesday.
Yeah. We'll look into it. Yeah, we'll figure it out. Anyways, just to recap our picks, because of course there's that $50 bonus for beating each of us. If you beat Joe, you get extra 50. Beat me, get an extra 50. Beat us both, it's $100. Free money. I took Miami, the Rams, the Patriots, the Eagles, the Bears, Broncos. Well, I'll just go this way. I took Miami. Joe has the Bills. We both took the Rams. We both took the Patriots. We both took the Eagles, Bears, Broncos, and Browns. I have the Saints. Joe has the Panthers to pull the upset at home. I took the Steelers. Joe has the Raiders. We both have the Bucks. I have the Vikings to pull the upset on the road at Arizona, where Joe's got the Cardinals. We both have Clappy and the Seahawks. We got the Chargers for both. I've got the Ravens. Joe's got the Chiefs. We both have Aaron Rodgers to rebound in the Packers. Joe thinks he rebounds in a big way. 55 points, 42 for me. So, anyways, thanks everyone for joining us. Can't wait to give away more money on the office pool. Joe, as always, a pleasure. And we will see you guys tomorrow at 10:30 a.m. or 10 a.m. Eastern time, 10:30 for Joe. She pops in a little bit late. Next week, the morning show moves to 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Still on Saturdays and Sundays at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So a little bit of confusing, but get a better product, hopefully. Anyways, this is Mitch. Thanks, everyone, for joining us. Joe, anything you want to say to our office poolers?
No, everyone, good luck in this pool. Make sure you enter below.
All right. Make it an awesome day, everyone. Aloha.